Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss text number 15 of chapter number 1 of Bhagavad Gita. Pāñcajanyam hṛṣīkeśo devadattam dhanañ-jayaḥ pauṇḍram dadhmau mahā-śaṅkhaṁ bhīma-karmā vṛkodaraḥ. So here three names are mentioned who are blowing their respective three conch shells. We start with Pāñcajanyam. So this conch shell known as Pāñcajanya belongs to Hṛṣīkeśa, Lord Sri Krishna. So this Pāñcajanya word comes from Panchajan. So there was one Asura, a demon whose name was Panchajan. He was staying in the ocean. So when Lord Krishna was playing the role of a disciple of Sandipani Muni, and when the training was completed, after that Sandipani Muni asked Lord Sri Krishna a Guru Dakshina. And Sandipani Muni was very much aware that though Lord Sri Krishna is playing the role of a disciple, but he is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he thought that I will ask Lord Sri Krishna such a boon which nobody can fulfill. And that was, he asked his own son, who was actually killed by this demon called Panchajan. So Lord Krishna also, without any delay, went to that ocean and fight with this Panchajan and killed him. And he observed that there is no body of the sun in that conch shell called as Pāñcajanya. So he took that Pāñcajanya conch shell with him. He went to the Yamaloka. Because of the past previous activities, the soul of this sun is taken to the Yamaraja, and there he again blow his conch shell in a very big way. And to the surprise, all the members who are suffering and struggling because of their impious activities, pāpa-karma, in Yamaloka, delivered by this big blow of a conch called as Pāñcajanya. So that was the strength of the Shankha-dhvani of Lord Sri Krishna by Pāñcajanya, that all the fallen souls are delivered. And Yamaraja was also alarmed, and immediately he came and he started worshipping the Lord Sri Hari Krishna and asked him very submissively the purpose of his arrival. And immediately he is being given the son of Sandipani Muni, and Lord Sri Krishna happily returns to Sandipani Muni and gave him back his son. So this is the story of a Pāñcajanya Shankha, the conch shell. And here Krishna is also mentioned as Hṛṣīkeśa because he is the owner of the senses, not just his senses but owner of the all living entities' senses. So the living entities are also part and parcel of Lord Sri Krishna, and therefore the senses of the living entities are also the part and parcel of Krishna's senses. The impersonalists cannot understand because they consider the living entities as the senseless. So this is the kind of impersonal behavior they have, and the Lord situated in the hearts of the living entities directs their senses, but he directs in terms of the surrender of the living entities. And the cause of a pure devotees, the pure devotees have fully surrendered to Krishna, so Krishna directly controls the pure devotees' senses. And here also on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the transcendental senses of Arjuna, and thus his particular name is mentioned as Hṛṣīkeśa. Of course, the Lord has different names according to his activities. He is also called as Madhusudana because he has killed the demon called Madhu. He is also called as Keshinisudana because he has killed the demon Keshi. So he is also called as Govinda because he gives pleasure to the senses of cows. Govinda. And he gives pleasure to our senses. Our senses are also called as Go. And not only that, he is also called as Gopal because he protects the cows. That's why he is called as Gopal. He is also called as Vasudev because he is the son of Vasudev. He is also called as Devaki Nandana because he very graciously and happily accepted the motherhood of Devaki. He's also called as Yashodanandana because he accepted the childhood pastimes to Mother Yashoda. Yashoda, one who gives the success, is called Yashoda. So he's Yashodanandan. He's also called as Nandanandan because he accepted Nanda Maharaj as his father. So in this way, he's also called as Madhava, the husband of Lakshmi. He's also called as Hari, one who takes away all pains from the living entities. He's also called as Vishnu, one who is present in the Anu as well as in Vishwa. That's the reason why Kṛṣṇa has unlimited names like this based on his activities. Here, Arjuna is also referred as a Dhanañjaya because he helped his elder brother in the fetching wealth when it is required for the king as an expenditure for the different sacrifices, especially the Rajasuya Yajna. And here the Bhima is also called as a vṛka-udaraḥ. So Vaishvanaro. So there is a special fire in the stomach of Bhima, because of which he has to eat more. And that's why he is also called as bhīma-karmā. Bhīma-karmā means one who performs bhayanak activities, a very herculean tasks. That's why he's called as Bhima. So whenever Kunti Maharani used to get some food, she used to divide half. The half part used to go to the Bhima and the remaining half used to go to the all Pandavas and Kunti. So you can imagine how the voracious eater was the Bhima. In the similar way, in the activities also, Bhima was very voraciously performing the herculean tasks of killing of demon Hidimba. So this particular type of conchshells blown by the different personalities on the side of Pandavas, beginning with Lord Kṛṣṇa himself. So it was first of all the conchshell was blown by Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa, and then Pauṇḍra was the conchshell of Bhima. So the third person who blew the conchshell was Bhima, and Bhima was such a having a war cry that by listening to the war cry of a Bhima, the enemies used to pass use stool and urine on the spot. That much was the deadly pastimes of Bhīma-karmā vṛka-udaraḥ, because Bhima was a son of a Vayudev, same as the Hanuman. So they were basically a brother. So we understand, and Arjuna also blew his conchshell Devadatta. This Devadatta conchshell has basically came from the Maya demon. This Maya demon was protected by Arjuna from the Sri Krishna chakra. So that's the reason why this Maya Danao has gifted the conchshell Devadatta from the Mainaka mountain. So in this way we understand that these three people have blown their conchshell, and the defeat simply by this war cry was predestined for the Duryodhana, and that was the message announced by the sounds of these three conchshells. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.